Hello everyone, my name is Shamal Isai, and today I'll be discussing a major ethical dilemma, which is addiction to social media platforms. So let's start with a simple introduction. Addiction was never a good habit, and over the past few years we have witnessed a new addiction, which is addiction to social media platforms. Social media addiction is a behavioral addiction characterized by excessive concern for social media, uncontrolled desire to access or use social media, and the commitment of so much time and energy to social media that it interferes with other crucial facets of life. The polarizing nature of social media has come into focus in the last several years. Its prolific use among teens and preteens has been directly correlated with a dramatic increase in teen rational behavior. This is the ethical decisions making framework. It looks complicated, but never mind, we will go through it. Moving on to our first question. Does the difference between right and wrong matter in this case? Our answer is the following. The effect of social media on the individuals as a user is an introductory chapter to the ethics of it. To assess whether right or wrong is relevant to the addiction of social media platforms, one needs to explore its effects. Depression, anxiety, and isolation are considered significant distortions to the existing social fabric of the humans that use them. Teenagers are one of the groups that are most at risk. Creators and developers admit to purposely designing features that compete for attention. Right and wrong matters to the addiction of social media as it negatively affects social life of its consumers. Moving on to our second question. Are people being treated as agents in their own right? To some extent, people are being loosely informed, not entirely how much they are being exfoliated, especially teenagers. They are young and will not think much of social media. The small amount of effort to inform them about the dangers also does not help. Yes, they are being informed enough not to scare them away, and enough to advertise to ones that would patronize the products, the people. However, the engineering of the addiction is designed to leave absolutely no room for a consumer decision to be made. Our next question is, do those who are the worst off gain anything from the decision? The last person to gain anything significant from the decision are the users, the products. Just like a drug, it offers temporary dopamine rise, luring them into using even more than they would have. If the temporal gains of being high from addictive features are considered gains enough, then users gain also. Definitely not as much as the service providers. Another question is, are people taking responsibility for others' welfare? Nobody is out there taking responsibility for others' welfare. Not really for teenagers, at least. This is because their guardians themselves may also be addicted. On top of this, there isn't much they can do, as social media beneficiaries benefit even more from the programmed users, such that they can not only predict what happens with their users, but also point them in a direction they want them to be in. The exploration of these benefits to the creators of social media platforms leave us with the idea that they have the power to reduce the risk involved with using social media. However, they would not, and every other stakeholder who doesn't benefit is probably caught up in the loop. Our next question is, do those benefiting in number and degree outweigh those who are not? People that benefit in number and degree from the addiction to social media platforms do not outweigh those who don't. Significantly, there are only two demographics that do benefit. They are the owners and the consumers, the ones who pay for the advertisement purposes. Our final question will be the following. Is the decision made likely to lead to human flourishing? The use of social media is addictive with no concerns. It is only a matter of to what degree it gets extremely harmful. Addiction to social media platforms is one of the proposed possible causes of a future social collapse. Considering the effects of the addiction, more money from the same people will end up going into treating depression, anxiety, and a number of social disorders. Continuing this path does not look good for the flourishment of society in any ways, as the models are constantly designed to not help the users but to exploit them. Teenagers are the future adults and gatekeepers of society, and if they are the main targets of social media addiction, then human flourishing grows even less likely in the future. To conclude, after all, as we mentioned above, social media addiction has become a widespread problem nowadays. Many good things have come from the advent of social media. However, it has become the dangerous playground of dangerous people. Thank you all for listening.